Hello again everyone and welcome to Cricket World TV. Jim White again with John Pennington. Hello there John. Now listen, we've got a couple of games to look at today. One bit of a mismatch but an absolute belter in Australia and a tight game of cricket and not many runs scored.
Brilliant game of cricket out of the G, as they say, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Australia beating Pakistan by just 2 runs in an epic 2020 International. They defended 127 to win, and as you say, sometimes the low scores are the better games.
I mean, it was quite an amazing game of cricket as well. It was a really firm wicket. I think, just listening to some people, it's the hardest they've ever seen it. And at one point, Sean Tate clocked up 99.4 miles an hour. So a real humdinger of a wicket and of a game.
You don't want to get in the way of a ball at 99 miles an hour, do you? You certainly don't know. Very, very quick, fantastic stuff from him.
Okay, so let's have a look through the highlights in order really. Australia batted first on one of their home grounds and we've been looking for quite a big score.
They would, particularly so there was plenty of runs I thought in the pitch, but it didn't quite work out that way. They did win the toss, they chose to bat. They were bowled out for 127. They got off to a decent start, but I've got to say Pakistan in the field were outstanding. We haven't said that much in the last 12 months or so. They were run outs, brilliant catches, Farrell Alam in particular, and Umar Akmal, they were the stars, but David Hussey, pretty reliable there in the middle order. He was left with the tail. He did hit a quick 40. Michael Clarke made 32. Umar Gul, who I think is sometimes a sort of forgotten man of 2020 cricket, 3 for 20. He's got a brilliant record, proved it again today. And Shoaib Malik, captaining the side in the absence of Shahid Afridi, he took 2 for 31. So at the halfway stage, Pakistan were probably thinking, yeah, we've got a good chance here.
Of course, they didn't. They knew they were coming up against some quick bowling with Tate and with Johnson in there, but obviously a few missing for Australia. But after a bit of a start, it was always going to be a nip and tuck all the way through. That's
right. Pakistan lost early wicket. Sean Tate coming in very quickly. Dirk Nannis did a fantastic job, but then Mitchell Johnson came on. His first over went for 20. Cameron Akmer was some of the most sublime straight driving you could ever wish to see. He thumped 64 in 33 balls while he was at the crease, and to a lesser degree his brother Umar. Pakistan still looked the favourites. Then Umar Akmal was dismissed. Sean Tate came back to get rid of the Akmals, and after that they just didn't quite have enough firepower in the lower order to win the game. It was Sean Tate 3 for 13, outstanding stuff from him, and it was, as I said, a 2-run win.
Great to see also with Michael Clarke's captaincy there, actually had the I say audacity, the confidence to have his leg spinner bowling a couple of overs to go, and a maiden from Mitchell Johnson. All of a sudden, wickets pressured back on Pakistan, and in the end they did end up 2 runs short.
Wickets made the difference, but Stephen Smith, the leg spinner you referred to, he's going to be a talent. He really did rise to the occasion and bowled beautifully. But you're absolutely right. He was given the confidence by Michael Clarke, kept the slip in, so there you go, you bowl the pressure overs, and he delivered.
And over 60,000 in the MCG watching that, and unfortunately for Pakistan, end of a tour, 0 from 10, and I think they would have liked to have started the tour with 2020, world champions, and maybe from there they would have had a better series.
Interesting as well that the best 2 performances have come at the end, and when they had Shahid Afridi and then Shoaib Malik leading, whether that suggests that Mohammad Yusuf isn't perhaps the right man for the job, not quite sure.
Good point. Okay, well that's the humdinger in Australia. But over the Tasman Sea, then New Zealand and Bangladesh were also playing, and lots of runs, but slightly one-sided this time.
Very one-sided, I'm afraid. This is the first one-day international out there in Napier. New Zealand scored 336 for 9. Jacob Oram, Neil Baru, Peter Ingram and Ross Taylor all scoring half-centuries. Jacob Oram 83 and just 40 balls, really taking advantage. Then just a word for Shaikh al-Islam, he took 4 for 68, which in the circumstances is a pretty good return for Bangladesh, who then bowled out for a disappointing 190. Tamim Iqbal, he was up for the fight, he made 62, but the rest sort of faded badly down the tour. He's having a very good time with things at the moment. Took 3 for 33. New Zealand 1-0 up in the series. That is a 146 run thrashing.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game for Jacob Ormore, a couple of wickets and the 83, so good to see him back in form and hopefully over his back injuries. So excellent stuff. Okay, well there's 2 games for us which we've just focused on, but obviously once again more cricket coming up.
Absolutely right, Jim. We've got the first test between India and South Africa in Nagpur beginning on Saturday. That should be an absolute cracker. New Zealand take on Bangladesh again in Dunedin on Monday. They'll be hoping for a much improved performance. And Australia now take on the West Indies. Looking forward to that one because the West Indies back up to full strength. Staying at the G, the MCG, Sunday. First ODI, again, should be a cracking game. Plenty of us to focus on Monday.
I've got one question for you. Is the MCG big enough for Chris Gale?
No.
We'll find out soon. It's some brilliant, great stuff. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you here to catch up on all those matches here on Cricket World TV.